Hello everyone, and I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Today, I will be discussing water and its many benefits, as well as how having clean drinking water is everyone's right. According to Carol Gorchi, author of Water, the Elixir of Life, every cell in our bodies depends on water, and without it, we would die in a matter of days. According to Jeffrey Utz, Neuroscience Pediatrics, Allegheny University, different people have different percentages of their bodies made up of water. Dr. Utz states that babies have the most, being born with about 78%. By age 1, that amount drops to about 65%. In adult men, about 60% of their bodies are water. On the other hand, fat tissue does not have as much water as lean tissue. In adult women, fat makes up more of the body than men, so they have about 55% of their bodies made up of water. Let's reiterate. Babies and kids have more water as a percentage than adults. Women have less water than men as percentage. People with more fatty tissue have less water than people with less fatty tissue as a percentage. According to the USGS Water School, the body uses water for so many different things. For example, the carbohydrates and proteins that our body uses as food are metabolized and transported by water in the bloodstream. Did you know that according to H. Mitchell, Journal of Biological Chemistry 158, the brain and the heart are composed of 73% water, and the lungs are about 83% water. The skin contains about 64% water, muscles and kidneys are 79%, and even the bones are watery, having 31%. According to the CDC, water also lubricates and cushions joints. It protects your spinal cord and other sensitive tissues and gets rid of waste through urination, perspiration, and bowel movements. Here are some other benefits that water provides for each of us. Forms saliva, keeps out mucosal membranes moist, allows body cells to grow and reproduce and survive. I mentioned flushing out body waste, mainly in urine. Lubricates joints. Like I said, water is the main component of the body. Water is needed by the brain to manufacture hormones and neurotransmitters. It helps to regulate the body's temperature, which is the cause of sweating and respiration. It acts as a shock absorber for the brain and the spinal cord. Converts food to components needed for survival, digestion, and helps deliver oxygen all over the body. Something that is so essential to our bodies that flows freely through nature should be available to each and every one of us. Clean water is something that our children should be drinking at home and in school. I am the parent of an active 3-year-old. I am sure she would love nothing more than a big cup of apple juice after every meal. But what she doesn't know is that apple juice is full of sugar. Don't get me wrong, I know that there are also benefits to drinking 100% juice. My daughter is also a very picky eater, and I have a hard time getting her to eat her vegetables. In this case, I give her blended juice that offers a full serving of fruits and vegetables so that she gets her nutrients.
Daddy, I need water. I need water.
Which is better for you? 100% juice provides vitamin C to help heal cuts, bruises, fight infection, and use iron from food. Vitamin A in some juices for healthy eyes and skin. Carbohydrates for energy. Sugar from fruit is the carbohydrate in 100% fruit juice. But what does water provide? Water helps keep your temperature normal, protects your spinal cord and other sensitive tissues, lubricates and cushions joints, and gets rid of perspiration. I used this already. Okay, skip to the next one. Based on a newsletter on USDA.gov, for ages 2 to 5, when serving 100% fruit juice, offer no more than half a cup to 3/4 cups, depending on age, gender, and activity level. My daughter drinks water throughout the day and has an occasional cup of juice with a snack. If water is something that is crucial, why is having clean drinking water such a problem in this day and age? I stopped drinking tap water in my early 20s because I was always concerned with fluoride and lead in the water. I can only imagine the amount of money that I have spent over the years by purchasing cases of water, which brings me to my next point. According to Executive Director of Food and Water Watch, Winona Horter, nearly 40% of bottled water is simply repackaged tap water. There's no government agency testing bottled water contamination from known hazards such as bacteria, synthetic contaminants, or heavy metals. It would appear that bottled water is not necessarily a safer alternative to the unsafe conditions of the water that is being provided to some of our homes. Winona also states that the federal government contribution to total clean water spending has shrunk dramatically from 78% in 1978 to just about 3% today. Instances such as the water crisis in Flint, Michigan, and Newark, New Jersey, could have possibly been eliminated by getting rid of lead pipes in our homes and in our schools. When I think of water, I think of life. I think of flowing rivers and raindrops on a sunny day. Water to me equals free. Clean water should be free, and I think it is unfair that we pay the price for something vital to our bodies. We all need water just as much as we need air to breathe. Clean, chemical-free, thirst-quenching water. Each and every one of our bodies are made of water, so it is necessary that we quench our bodies with it so that we can enjoy its many healthful benefits. The only way we can do that is if we have clean, fresh water in our homes, in our schools, and in the world. If you were to compare all the water on Earth to the amount of water in a gallon jug, fresh water available to sustain life would be just over 1 tablespoon, or less than 1/2 of 1%. As interpreted by author Lono Kahuna Kapua Ayo in his 1996 book, Don't Drink the Water. Water is something that we all need to survive. So having water, clean drinking water, is something that is imperative, something that is necessary, and something that should be available to everyone worldwide. I'd like to thank you for joining us. Thank you. Have a good evening.